done with the engine. We kind of checked everything out and talking, and wanted to kind of get your story. So, like, how did all this start? Like, you got quite a business going on. So, if you don't mind sharing, like.
Yeah, so it's very Miata specific, which is weird to a lot of people. But in college, I drove a buddy's car 2 hours home because I couldn't drive sick, and that was it for me.
That's how it started.
That's how it started. Bought my first one, rebuilt it, realized it was like pretty cheap to buy parts, but I didn't really want to pay anyone to do the work. So I was a college kid at the time, so I just started doing it myself. Same thing, first engine that I built, I was like, oh, I might as well try my own hand at it. Built it, blew up like 2 of them, just bad building techniques, I guess. No Fluidampr. And then after that, started building a couple friends' cars. And the Napp Motorsports thing was kind of an inside joke. People were like, oh, I'm just gonna bring my car to my buddy, Napp Motorsports. And then it just kept snowballing, I guess. And then a buddy of mine and myself started the YouTube channel. For a few years, we were just doing car reviews, and like we built his Miata, we built my turbo K-swap. And then I wanted to focus on parts, fabricating parts, working on cars, and like making money at it. So I took it over full time, and then a year and a half ago, I quit my engineering job because it was too much to do both, and I figured if I never try this, I'll never know if it works out.
You don't have any regrets.
Yeah, right. I don't want to be 60 years old and go, what if I had just played with race cars every day for my life? So I'm 32 now. I've been doing it for a year and a half. We built this shop. Finished it 3 or 4 months ago. I was doing it out of the garage, like a 600 square foot garage with barely a concrete floor for 4 years, something like that. So this is quite a step up, but yeah, I've been doing it full time, 7 days a week since. No breaks and no bad days, I guess.
So we are just checking things out here, and he's got engines over there, engines over here, engines over there. I mean, man, you have parts and engines everywhere. And then I see you. We pulled the cover off the Miata right here. Is that what it is? Is that what this is, the Miata?
This is not the hard top for this car. It's just there for storage.
Okay. So now this is
the Grid Life shell. So this it's got a really nice rod knock. It's bone stock. It was like a single owner car from some old couple in Maryland. So I picked it up in September with the plans to, it's gonna get fully gutted out. It's gonna get one of the motors back there. It's not built yet, but it's a D-stroke MZR motor, 2.4. Should be a nice little happy revving 200 something horsepower setup. And this will be built to a Grid Life class spec. So this one will actually be able to like competitive and compete in a power weight class, which will be really nice.
Nice. So this one's yours.
This one's mine.
Okay. So then we got this green one over here.
Yeah. So this is a customer from Long Island. It is a drift car. So KVD body kit. It's running my 250 to 400 wheel horsepower engine package. That's back for rebuild for cooling issues. So we're gonna do some cooling modifications so that hopefully we can keep things under temp. But this is just well diff, 6-speed, good little fun car.
Cool. Then we got the blue one back over here. So you said this one is yours as well.
Also mine.
So you may have an addiction here.
Maybe. So this one is 2.5 swap.
Okay.
Just a bone stock MZR out of like a 2017 Ford Fusion.
Okay, and I see a Fluidampr down there as
there
well.
is a Fluidampr on it.
Beautiful.
And it is ITB motor. The ITBs are sitting over there on the toolbox. And it runs a standalone to run all that stuff, but that's really about it. The hope was that it's going to be a pretty basic, comfortable street car.
Yeah, so this is like the daily.
This is the daily. I took it too far though. I did too much, so we're trying to revert it back. It's got a full 2.5-inch titanium exhaust, and it's super loud. So I'm going to rebuild it this, next month or something like that.
Dial it back a little bit.
So the wife doesn't hate riding around.
Yeah.
The neighbors won't kill me.
Right. Well, the wife's got to be comfortable too. So then this is like the newest generation here.
This is 4th gen. It's an ND. So these are NAs, NCs. That's an NB. This is an ND. It's in for, we just did big brakes on it, and then it's got HKS supercharger GT2 kit going on it.
So we actually forgot that. So you do everything, right?
Yeah.
You don't it's not just engines. That's your primary thing is doing engines?
Engines are probably about 50%, and then a lot of it is like fab work, so we'll get to the BRZ in a minute, but installs mainly on Miatas because I know them and there's enough to keep me busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is here for just an install. It's not an engine build or anything like that.
Okay.
But this is a 2-liter factory ND1, so it's the first half of the generation. And I think the supercharger kit makes around 250 wheel. Should be a fun little, super reliable. He just takes it to autocrosses and stuff like that.
Okay.
Wants a little more pep. So.
Yeah. So now, is this the biggest generation?
No, actually, those are the biggest.
They
so reverted back to like their roots.
Making them smaller again.
I did the brakes on this, and I was like, man, this is really just an NA.
Yeah.
Underneath. So these are lighter than those. Everybody calls the NCs a boat.
Yeah.
So I have a captain's hat in the front of that one.
Do you? Yeah. So then over here we have something a little different. This is not a Miata.
This is a Super Miata. This is a K-Swap BRZ. The swap was done by another shop, but it's not fast enough. So I've got a Garrett G3660 R-Tech manifold, and we're gonna do all custom fabrication on it to make it fit, hopefully 450 wheel.
Okay.
In a car like this, it's gonna be absolute missile.
Yeah. So you started with K series way back. That was your first tinkering.
My first engine swap. My first non-manufacturer engine swap was a K series.
Okay.
I had a K24 turbo in my 91 Miata.
Got it. So you're just doing the fabrication, making it a little faster.
Yeah, the fuel or oil lines and coolant lines, and that's it. But like the swaps like this are things that I can do.
Yeah.
We just had a swap before we started talking, so.
Nice.
Yeah. No, this should be super cool.
Yeah. It looks like it's a cool car, and be interesting to see that one done.
Yeah. This is local too, so maybe you'll see it around.
Yeah, maybe.
This is the second gen, so this is an NB.
Okay. And this is the one with this engine over here. Yeah. So there's nobody home.
Nope. Fresh build from another shop, and it's burning a quart of oil every 200 miles. So
this one's getting
torn down, and
a little Napp Motorsports
touch.
Yeah. Perfect.
Hopefully fix it up and get it back on the road.
Awesome. So yeah, I seen the damper out of the corner of my eye, and I said, "Oh, what's this here?" So you don't know too much about this one yet. You gotta open it.
I gotta finish that one behind you, and then we'll get this one on the stand and see what's going on. But I'm assuming rings. We'll see.
Yeah. So like I said, he's got an engine here. They're everywhere. You know, the one we just installed that on. He's got the power one. He's got blocks all over the place. Hopefully, everyone will get a fluid damper, right?
Yeah, that's the plan.
There's a whole bunch of Miatas. There's some space, so I think you can fit a couple more in here.
The plan is to put 3 4-post lifts up along this wall so that I can go vertical.
Okay, stack them.
When I build a room over there, I don't lose all the space for cars.
Gotcha. What is the YouTube channel?
So the YouTube channel is just Napp Motorsports.
Okay.
Right here.
And if somebody's trying to get a hold of you for one of your concoctions for the Miatas, how can they get a hold of you?
I have a website. It's nappmotorsports.com. There's a contact form on there. It sends me an email. If you want an engine build, there's an engine build inquiry form. Tell me what you want to make, how you want to make it, and we can put a package together for you that works. I can build you the engine and ship it. I can build you the engine, install it, have it tuned for you, whatever you want. Drive in, drive out. I've done them all.
So that's awesome. You have different options for them to, basically they can go.
You can do
different levels.
Yeah, you can do a stock rebuild if you want. You can do naturally aspirated. You can go huge turbo. The only rule is they all get a Fluidampr, and that's about it.
I like that. Perfect. So this one you said is like 170, 180 horsepower.
Hopefully 170.
Okay. And so what will the other car be?
Just over 200.
Just over 200.
Yeah, still naturally aspirated because on track turbos just cause more problems.
Yeah. And if you can build a very reliable horsepower that doesn't need extra like spray or any kind of power headers and supercharger or turbos, that's obviously probably a much better way for maintenance and everything all over.
Longevity, everything.
So one of the questions I have, and I actually never thought to ask earlier, when you're making this car, what's the RPM? Where are you at?
This will probably require about 7,000 RPM to get peak power.
Okay.
They're built, everything inside should take 8,500 RPM. It's just the power will start to fall off at that point.
Yeah.
This being a huge turbo, it's going to be a little laggy, so that power band will be up top. But standard, I've got a few customers making 320, 330 wheel, and it hits at like 3,500 RPM.
Okay.
So by the time you shift gear, you're already at full boost.
Yeah. So one of the lovely benefits of the Fluidampr is it self-tunes in real time throughout the entire RPM range. So you never have to worry about it. It's always working. So that's awesome. That's really cool to hear that. And I had no idea that they were going to be spinning like that.
Yep.
And then they're all SFI certified. So the SFI certification, they test them at 12,500 RPM, and they beat the snot out.
We got other problems. This is 12,000.
Yeah. That would be singing for sure.
Yeah,
that would
plugging and everything.
Yeah, that would be wild. So I mean, look what you're putting together.
Yeah, right. I can play
These
with these things.
These are great.
All day.
This thing looks beautiful, and the amount of power you got in this thing,
It's gotta be certified.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I hope to see it on the channel.
Yeah.
So what is the YouTube channel?
So the YouTube channel is just Napp Motorsports.
Okay.
Right here.
And if somebody's trying to get a hold of you for one of your concoctions here for the Miatas, how can you get a hold of
I have a website. It's nappmotorsports.com. There's a contact form on there. Send me an email. If you want an engine build, there's an engine build inquiry form. Tell me what you want to make, how you want to make it, and we can put a package together for you that works. I can build you the engine and ship it. I can build you the engine, install it, have it tuned for you, whatever you want. Drive in, drive out. I've done them all.
So we're gonna check out some of these other cars and whatnot. But I appreciate you letting us come out.
Yeah, no, appreciate
it.
Coming out here.
And we'll hopefully get to see you more this summer.
We're
gonna get it by the shop. We'll have some written over there.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.